was building on the lecture. Verses coming daily under pressure. Working on the plot and the scheme. The true stock trademark is at the edge of your dreams. I'm talking one.
Before we start, as you just saw, we have a new release on BenkySpec.com. We've got some new hoodies. Can you help me, bro?
I can help you.
Can I see? They're in stock right now, guys. So we have JZX100 air fresheners in stock, as well as Lancer is the answer air fresheners, as you can see. Don't worry, guys, the Lancer will be coming back very, very soon. Super happy with how these air fresheners turned out, and they smell really good. We have a bunch of different flavors and scents. My favorite being the cologne one. It smells like something that you would wear on a night out. Head over to the website, BenkySpec.com, baby. BenkySpec.com. BenkySpec.com. I'm not gonna lie to you boys, I've missed the E-Series. I haven't really driven this thing much since I did the BARRA swap and got on the road running, and I do regret that. But it's been a pain in the ass to build, and there are many reasons for why. I have just sort of neglected this thing. This thing though is a little bit harder to start than any of the other cars, so here we go. Come on! There we go. That's like the first start in like almost a month. Dude, I don't know if you can hear that, but this thing is such an angry monster. Whoa. Ah. So aggressive with those shifts. Just to refresh your memory, this is the BARRA Swap E-Series GTX 3582. Shout out to PJ. Tuned by Delmore Dynos. Custom fabrication done by myself. Me, myself, and I. Not too bad. You can tell that I'm pretty proud of this build. However, I haven't been able to fall in love with it yet because it looks like ass. So, you see this? These are some kingies. We're gonna be putting some kingies on this thing. Kingies! Yeah, bud. King Springs. Got these sourced from my buddy, Turbo Tristan. He got these for me. King Springs, pretty typical. Everyone runs these. Super lows should make the car sit pretty nicely. Hopefully not too low, otherwise we're gonna be running into some problems. I'm gonna try give you guys a full tutorial on how to install these. Jump. Jump. We're gonna start with these two 17mm bolts just on the upper control arm here. Oh, bread.
Yo, let's cut some bread with something sharp. Oh, that's nice. Bread. 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 Bread.
Next thing we're gonna do is remove the bolt at the bottom of the shock right there. 22mm on one side, 24mm on the other side. Power. All right, guys, now three 17mm nuts at the top right here. God damn it, where did that go? Oh no. This is the tricky part. You sort of got to use your weight to pull the whole strut assembly down because there's a lot of tension on all the rubber bushings and it's forcing everything up. Oh! Power! Alright, with the front shocks out, it's time to unbox these shocks and springs, and that's right, I also went shocks as well because we don't want this thing riding like ass. Monroe GT shocks, baby. Here's the shock itself. Looks like a shock, nothing too special other than the fact that they are GT Monroe shocks. So they're different from left and right, so make sure if you're doing this yourself, you pay attention to where the ABS bracket is because that is a straight dead giveaway of where to mount it. And we also have our springs as well, of course. Part number, I'll include all the part numbers down in the description down below. But this setup is going to require you to remove the top hats from the original shock. So what we're going to have to do is use some spring compressors, remove the top hat on that, and then chuck them on this. I got these on Amazon for $25. They came in a day. Oh, make sure that you use the spring compressors on the opposite sides, otherwise you will have a problem. There we go. Thank you, sir. Yep, Okay, we might need to compress the spring a little bit more. And the anxiety goes away. Just like that. You do have to make sure that these threads are sticking up in the right spot because you can't actually rotate them once the spring's decompressed. So what I do to line everything up is just make sure this nub right here, the out of the 3 is facing towards you. So it's directly like this. Okay guys, we now have the shocks all installed and springs of course. Look at that, pain in my ass. E-Series, not fun, don't recommend. Buy yourself one of these baddies. AU Falcon, AU Falcon.
Best car in the world, hands
Come on,
down.
give it a kiss, come on. No, not the camera.
Oh.
Come on.
That's nasty. Don't know what that AU's been.
Alright, what we're going to do now is chuck the wheels on, see where the car sits. We can't obviously change it because it's not coilovers. And then we'll start on the rear. So it's still going to be sitting not to its exact right height for when we do the rear. But we should be able to get a good look at where it will kind of sit. Oh! 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 Whoa!
Is it gonna come out?
Damn, yeah, it should.
Oh, is it?
Bro! That's mad! It'll settle more as well. Oh my god. You seen the car look on? Oh! Yeah, that's perfect. So this is not an accurate representation of what the car is going to look like all round on King Springs, because when the rear is also still high, it does affect the front a little bit. So we should have a little bit more tuck when the car's got springs and shocks in the rear too. But for now, that looks pretty goddamn hot. Dude! Shit.
Dude, these wheels are actually not too bad as well. Bit of a spacer.
Yeah.
Look pretty hot.
Yeah, look pretty good, damn good. That looks hot. Let's roll her out. You can't see the whole thing yet because it still needs to be lowered on the rear, but for now that looks pretty good. Alright guys, it's the next day. We're now getting started on the back of the E-Series. I've already gone ahead and removed the shock and spring on the other side, but I'll show you what needs to be done in order to work on this thing. It's really simple, really easy. So basically, there's a bolt that's just at the bottom part of the shock, right there. As you can see, I've already removed it, and if you pull the seat down, you need to remove this panel right here. There's 2 clips holding it in place, and then you get access to the top of the strut. Very poor lighting in here, but 17mm on the top of the shock, and then everything drops out. You will need, however, a mate to help you put pressure on the live rear in order to get the spring out, because the spring is in there pretty well, so you gotta put your foot on that to get the spring out and shock out. We've got the springs out now. Now it is the opposite of uninstalling. We just are gonna put the new springs in the reverse way. So shock in, then springs, tighten everything up, and that's it. All right guys, we are done. Springs are installed in the rear now. We have one problem though. Firstly, I will show you what they look like. There you go, all installed, both sides. The exhaust is now rubbing on the live rear. So, see this exhaust? You hear that? It's rubbing. So, we need to remake the exhaust. I've already ordered all the pipes that I need to remake it. I kind of rushed it because we had a deadline for the dyno day, and yeah, that's why it's turned out so bad. But once the exhaust is done, then the car's basically at a really good stage and we can have a bit of fun with it. So I'll get the exhaust done soon, but for now, let's see what the car looks like on the ground with the lowered shocks and springs all around. Oh! Holy moly, dude. Oh wow. Oh wow. Yeah, the front is much lower. Wow. That is so much better. Definitely do now need spacers on the rear. As you can see, it sticks really far in. Definitely sort that out. We might buy some new wheels or something. Car still does look way better than it did before. He loves it. That's mad. We'll give him a little pull.
Yeah, little baby one.
Dude, it feels way better though.
Oh yeah.
A lot of you guys are probably a bit confused to why I haven't done the gearbox upgrade, and it's because I just simply can't justify putting in like a $3,500 BTR that could potentially just break again, because built BTRs are hit and miss. Everyone says that. I just don't want to like spend the money and then blow it up. Oh, thanks. Alright guys, unfortunately the E-Series just didn't want to start, so we have to leave it here in Zach Street. And now Zach's gonna take me home. Cheers, brah. The E-Series looks way better with the springs, guys. Super happy with how it turned out. Unfortunately, the car did get stranded though at Zach's house, so he's had to drop me home and the car's there right now. So hopefully we can go back and try to start it again. It might work. Not too sure. But yeah, thank you guys for watching today's video. If you want to see more Barra content, then click subscribe, baby. See you guys. Love you all. See ya.